Hi, welcome to Lindsay's Short Stories. I'm Lindsay. The story you're about to hear was written by me. It's a Lindsay Kelley original. La Luz by Lindsay Kelley. I am La Luz, the light. I travel into the darkness in search of a man to save, a man worthy of a second chance, a man worthy of the light, and a man worthy of love. Most men who dwell in darkness belong in the darkness. Locked away far from the light, they seek only to hurt the ones who try to love them. Then there are men who have chosen the darkness. Many men fall into darkness because they cannot face the things that they have done, orders that they have followed, or things that they have said, and people that they have hurt. They lose their way and seek to leave behind the light and those who love them. These are the men I seek to save, the men I seek to lead back into the light. Somewhere lost in the dark is a good man, a man who needs to be led into the light and loved. There are men who have taken my hand and followed me back into the light. There are other men, however, who do not. For many eons I have traveled in and out of the darkness, saving men and fearing men. Then finally, one trip into the darkness, I found him. The one I have been searching for. When I first attempted to approach him, he ran away and hid. I must move slowly with this one, for this is the one I have been searching for, I thought to myself as I spent the next several days traveling in and out of the darkness, trying to find him again. Finally, I found him in what seemed like the darkest place I had ever been. I know what you're thinking. It is the darkness, after all. But I tend to stay near the edge, for there are places within the darkness I dare not go. There are places far within the darkness that light cannot escape. Once again, he ran and hid, but this time I stayed a little longer. He needed to know I was there to save him and not hurt him as so many had in the past. With each visit, he ventured closer until finally one day he spoke. "Who are you?" he asked. "An angel?" I laughed. "No, I am not an angel. I am La Luz, the light. And I am here to save you from the darkness in which you choose to dwell." I reached out my hand, but he did not take it. He bowed his head, and with extreme sadness in his eyes, he said, "I belong in the darkness." And with that, he was gone again, hidden away in the darkness which consumed him. I wept for days. How can such a man think such a thing? I couldn't give up on him. He is one of the good ones. He is the one I am meant to save, the one I am meant to love. I continued to visit him every night. Slowly, he began to open up to me. We spoke of love and of loss. We spoke of dreams and fantasies and places far away from the darkness. Things were great. We'd laugh and talk for hours. One night, when I went to him, he took me into his arms. It felt so right being in his arms, so warm, so safe. I hadn't even noticed my light had dimmed a bit. Suddenly, he was angry and withdrew from me. He pushed me away and raised his voice and said, "You must leave now. Never come back here. You must forget you ever knew me." Heartbroken and confused, I began to tear up. What had I done wrong? I don't understand. Don't you love me as I love you? I asked, my voice shaking and my heart breaking. I do love you, he said, but your light is far too beautiful to be in a place like this with a man like me. I will only hurt you, for trouble seems to follow me wherever I go. Darkness is where I dwell, and darkness is where I belong. No, I yelled. You belong in the light with me. I will not give up on you. He pushed me away and yelled at me to leave him alone, to find someone else to save, someone else to love. He has withdrawn further into the darkness. I do not know how long I have been here now, trying to find him. The further into the darkness I follow him, the more my light seems to fade. If I cannot find him soon, I will no longer be the light. I too will dwell in darkness, and darkness is where I will remain. Thank you for watching my very first short story of Lindsay Kelley's short stories series. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did writing it and reading it to you.